The Stawamus Chief Trail is an advanced 6-kilometer round-trip hike that climbs approximately 700 meters to all 3 peaks of the granite monolith in 3 to 5 hours return. If you choose to only hike to first peak, this hike will take you approximately 2 to 3 hours. This hike can be done at any time of the year. However, the best time of year to attempt this hike is from April to October, as snow and heavy rain are common outside of this period and can make the many rock slabs on this trail extremely slippery. Therefore, it's best to only attempt this hike on dry days. As with every hike, make sure you carry the essentials, which includes packing warm and waterproof clothing, a good pair of hiking boots, and a headlamp. There are very limited places to fill up your bottle, and dehydration and dizziness are common, so bring plenty of water and snacks. Always check the local Squamish weather forecast before heading off. It's important to remember that you will be venturing high above the valley, where heavy rain, strong winds, and freezing temperatures are common well into the summer. Make sure you leave a detailed trip plan with a trusted contact. For a quick and easy way to file a trip plan, download the AdventureSmart app at any leading app store. Finally, if you get into trouble, make sure to call 911 for rescue. Now, let AdventureSmart guide you through this challenging Squamish trail. Park your car at the Stawamus Chief lot, and then start your hike at the trailhead at the east end of the Provincial Park campground. Enjoy this short-lived flat section, as it's all uphill beyond here. The first 300 meters of the trail is very well maintained and dominated by both stone and wooden stairs. This section will get you puffing as you quickly climb over 200 meters of elevation. As you continue up, the trail slowly becomes less obvious and more eroded as people have walked off trail. Orange markers on the trees mark the trail, so make sure you lift your head every so often to find the next one. If at any stage you accidentally walk off the trail, stop, turn around, and retrace your steps until you find the previous orange marker. The first intersection you reach will be for the Sea to Summit Trail. This trail goes to the Sea to Sky gondola, so make sure you veer left to stay on the Chief Trail. Shortly after that, you'll reach another signed trail junction. The right-hand trail leads directly to Third Peak, which is technically the most difficult peak to get to, so turn left towards First and Second Peak. As the trail continues up towards First Peak, it climbs steeply through the forest. Here, multiple unofficial climbing trails branch off, and many hikers have taken the wrong trail. Make sure you keep your head up and follow the orange trail markers. As you continue to climb, you will reach a balancing rock. Beyond here, the trail becomes even more technical, with rock slabs, chains, and ladders. Take a moment to look at the time and ensure you have enough daylight hours to continue. And reassess your group's fitness, as you are only about halfway to the first peak. If you are running out of daylight or you are exhausted, we suggest enjoying the views here and then turning back. If you feel comfortable carrying on, you'll soon reach the intersection between First and Second Peak. If you are looking to go to First Peak, make sure you take a left here, and likewise, turn right for Second Peak. The final section to First Peak is where it really becomes difficult. Steep rock stairs right after the First Peak junction will bring you to the base of the first ladder. This ladder is a taste of what's to come, so if you don't feel comfortable going up it, then we recommend turning around. Beyond the first ladder, you'll arrive at the beginning of the rock slabs. If the weather is poor and wet, the rock slabs will be slippery, and one slip could lead to severe consequences. Wind, fog, snow, and rain are also more extreme beyond this point, as the forest will not shelter you. You should assess the weather and trail conditions before continuing beyond here, and consider turning around if the weather is poor and the rock is wet. If conditions are good and you choose to continue, the first section of rock slab will require the use of chains to climb up a crack in the rock. A ladder has been installed in the steepest part of the crack, but take your time on both the chains and the ladder, as a slip could result in severe injury. Once you have climbed the ladder and chains, there is no more marked trail, so follow the gentle ridge to the summit. Enjoy the views, but keep a safe distance from the edge, as it's a 400-meter vertical drop to the valley floor, and many climbing trails lead to and over the cliff. To descend First Peak to climb Second Peak, You must go back down the ladder in chains and return to the second peak intersection you passed on your way up. Although some maps and apps show a trail that connects first and second peak, no official trail exists. They are only unofficial climbing routes that are very exposed and require technical equipment. So unless you have the right gear and skills, we do not recommend this. Heading up the second peak trail will bring you towards the saddle between first and second peak. Pay close attention to the white trail markers as the trail takes a sharp right turn just before the saddle and zigzags up the rock slab. Chains have been installed here to help you climb this steep section. If you miss this turn and walk all the way to the saddle, do not carry on or climb left up the Via Ferrata. Just retrace your steps until you find the trail. As you climb back up onto the rock slab, you'll need to pass through a crack in the rock and then climb a steep ladder at the end of the crack. At the summit, keep to the broad ridge crest and do not follow the many climbing trails that lead to and over the cliff edge. The final peak is Third Peak, and it can be reached from either the Third Peak trail near the base of your hike or from Second Peak. This peak is substantially more difficult to reach, and the trail is far less maintained. Therefore, we recommend it only for experienced hikers. This trail is eroded, so expect to walk over larger boulders, tree roots, and mud. When you reach the saddle between Second and Third Peak, located at the rock slabs, there is an important switchback that many people miss, taking them straight towards the cliffs. When you reach the rock slabs, keep right of the slab until you reach an important left-hand switchback onto the ridge. This is well signed, so make sure to simply follow the yellow trail markers. Once you get to the top of Third Peak, enjoy the views. But remember that this is only halfway, and you still have to go back down. Keep an eye on the time, daylight, and weather, and allow yourself plenty of time to descend. The hike is only complete when you are back at the car, so watch your steps and stay focused until the end. Although the Stawamus Chief is a popular Squamish hike, don't underestimate its difficulty. Make sure you take the small but necessary pre-trip planning steps. Get the training and take the essential equipment to successfully and safely complete this hike.